Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Niagara in 15. My name is Julie Sharp, and today we are discussing diversity with international students in college and society overall. I have Siavash Alivan here with me today. He is an international student as well. A very warm welcome to you, Siavash.
Thank you very much. So pleased to be here. Thanks for the invitation.
Thank you so much for joining us today. So let's just jump right into it. What are you studying? What country did you come from?
I'm Middle Eastern, from Iran, Islamic Republic of Iran. I came here 2017. At first, when I came here, I studied business,
Nice.
then general arts and science.
Yeah.
Now I'm studying broadcasting, radio and TV.
That's amazing.
Yep.
So tell us about your experience as an international student.
Well, it's quite challenging because when you come here, you need to throw away all of your old beliefs and technically build a new character based on
Right.
the culture and everything that's going on here.
Right.
Because your old beliefs simply would not work here anymore.
Right. So it's a lot of unlearning and relearning,
Exactly.
but still being authentic to who you are.
That's right. Could be
Right.
quite painful. Yes.
So let's talk about the weather. Like, you know, we have some cold winters here, something I'm sure you're not familiar with. What are the differences between the weather from back home and then being here in Canada?
Wow. Well, here the cold is agonizing. It's really bad. However, after being here for a few years, I'm used to it now. Back
Right.
home, it gets up to 45, 50 degrees where I used
Celsius?
to live. Yes.
Wow.
Celsius. Yeah. And it just feels like you're in a sauna.
Wow. Shirt off weather all the time. That's what
It doesn't
it
matter
sounds
whatever you do, shirt off,
How
shirt
did you
on,
ad-
you're going to
how-
get toasted.
like. Right. How did
Yeah.
you adapt to the weather
Back there or here?
here?
Time.
Yeah.
Time solves everything. Yeah.
Yes, that's so true. Well, we are going to take a quick break. Again, you guys, I am here with Siavash Alivan, an international student from all the way from Iran, and today we're talking about diversity.
There is a place in the heart of the Niagara region where dreams do come true. What is your dream? Experience, excellence, innovation, success. Follow your dream.
Welcome back to Niagara in 15. Just before the break, we were talking about the weather in the Middle Eastern. I am joined today with Siavash Alivan, an international student all the way from Iran. We're just going to jump back into it. What are some of the challenges that you as an international student face?
Well, I can give you a tons of challenges, but one of the most difficult challenges for me is the mental challenge of being here.
Right.
Because the first couple of years that I was here, I did not feel any homesickness. But after those couple of years, I started to actually miss my family.
Right.
And now it's to a point that it's beating me up. But then that's true for everybody. All international students, they have something to worry about.
Right.
And the question that you need to be asking yourself when that depression or anxiety hits you is that why you came here.
Right.
Why you came here, what's your goal, who you're going to be taking care of after you're done with your
Right.
journey.
So it's safe to say that remembering your why is kind of what keeps you sane. It's kind of like your safe haven.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So,
Once you find the why,
right.
the how doesn't really matter.
There you go. So I could imagine adapting to a new culture, it is difficult. What are some of the things that the community has done to help you feel more welcomed?
Well, they've done everything. I don't know if I've seen a mean or rude person here. despite the fact that I'm an international student,
Right.
I haven't experienced any discrimination or any racism.
Right.
I've had some people making jokes. One of my roommates, I told her that I was Middle Eastern.
Right.
She started laughing and she asked if I was a terrorist
Wow.
as a joke.
Right.
Yeah, so these things happen, but if you take it personally, everything is going to offend you.
Right.
So far, I've had some nice experiences with people. If you, I feel like it really depends on you, that what you do. If you find some friends, if you do something nice, if you take off pressure, if you make people's life easier, then everywhere could feel like home.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And like you said, not taking things personally and just understanding the joking nature
That's right.
of some people. Before we do move on with our next question, let's take a quick look at what some other college students have to say about their experience as an international student.
Hi, so this is Monica Rajavilu and I'm doing a course Autism and Behavioral Sciences here in Niagara College. I'm here to talk about the challenges that you can face as an international student. The gist is basically the problems that you face could stem from yourself, which most of us overlook, and from the situations and also from people. The first job that I landed was so bad because they treated me like, like crap, and my mental health was really down. I remember I was crying to my mom on the phone and everything. But the thing is, yes, a lot of bad things do happen, but do not let that pull you down. It's all about adjusting and the compatibility and everything. Prioritize what you're here for. So focus on studying and get your life together because that's what matters the most. So this is like my favorite spot because unlike the other places, you get more aerial views. So when I really want to get out of my head, all I do is just stare over there, and there's always people walking, talking, or whatever, and that's my break. And then I get right back to studying. The library is just not for studying. You can meet a lot of new people because you can learn a lot of new things and get new perspectives. It's really important for you to unwind, and you need to find a spot to do that. For me, this is the spot that I come to. Make sure you have one too, and explore as much as you can because our college has a lot to offer.
That was Monica. That was Monica's experience as a Niagara College student here in Welland. And just moving on to the next question, describe something from your own culture that you'd like to come over in Niagara College.
I would say the food. I would say the food, and sometimes the friendships are not as strong as they could be here.
Right.
For example, if you go out with your friends and you all getting dinner,
Yeah.
everybody has to pay for themselves. Of course, that makes sense. We are students. We don't make that much money. However, I feel like we could ignore that money and go with the friendship instead. Sometimes.
Yeah.
That's one of the things. But as I said, I personally threw away many of my cultural beliefs from back home.
Right.
So I think I'm like 80% Canadian now, so I can't really tell.
Okay, so what would you say is your favorite cuisine now?
From back home.
Yeah, now as a Canadian.
As a Canadian?
Because there's so much variety. So what do
Poutine.
you,
I like poutine, yeah.
You put hot sauce on it?
Sometimes, yeah, I
You
do.
put hot
Yeah,
sauce on it? Okay. And how would you say you've been able to balance your studies and work while starting a whole new life here in Canada?
Self-discipline. Self-discipline, and keep reminding myself my goals, set my priorities right. School, work, exercising, those are my
Nice.
priorities. And self-sacrifice. You need to sacrifice fun
Yeah.
times. You need to sacrifice a lot of things.
Right.
And as long as you eat good, rest well, take care of yourself, have some self-discipline, you should be good to go.
Wow, sacrifice and discipline, those are two things that I'm going to leave this conversation with. We're just going to take a really quick look at a church that is heavily involved in the community and also specializes in welcoming international students in Canada.
We take what we learn out of the classroom and apply it to the real world.
With over 100 programs and learning opportunities to choose from,
You get real hands-on experience. preparing you for the workplace.
How do I know you'll be proud to wear white and blue? I am a student here, so take my word for it. So do what I did and come to Niagara College. And start your NC story today.
Cut. That was great. That was great.
Reset.
Hey, so my name is Rihanna and I work with Niagara International Students. So we're a community of people that want to help international students thrive in all aspects of life. We know international students come here lonely, they don't know anyone, some are afraid, and we just wanted to help them assimilate into Canadian culture. So our aim is to serve international students in practical, social, and spiritual ways. So some of the practical ways that we help students is through our English conversation circles. Students can practice English in a friendly setting, meet other people, and build confidence. We also offer free welcome gifts, so if the students are new to Canada, we love to welcome them into Canada with a free gift. And we also have a furniture ministry. So some students who arrive here come with their spouses and children, and they have come with nothing but suitcases. So we try to alleviate that financial burden and provide them with couches and furniture and necessities. And in social ways, we like to help international students with social events. We have weekly events in parks. We do sports together, ball hockey, hikes. We meet once a month and we have a monthly dinner for students. We usually get 85 in attendance. So it's a great way for students to meet other students, to meet other Canadians and have a free dinner. And I manage the social media. Niagara International Students is on Facebook and Instagram. And just assessing international students' needs to see where it is best that we can help them as they assimilate into Canadian culture.
Wow, what an amazing display from the church. Niagara College is really giving a good experience for the international student. So our time is coming to an end, but is there anything that we haven't discussed that you would like to mention?
Yes. I would like to mention my fellow classmates who are international. I have some friends that cannot go back to their country simply because of the situation. I have some Ukrainian friends. I have some Middle Eastern friends. It's pretty hard for us to be here in a foreign country, living and trying to make a good living.
Right.
I would like to say that you guys have something very special. You have the heart of a lion, I would say, and so much courage. And what you are doing, you guys, as an international student, is something that not everybody can do.
Yeah.
Yes. So.
Wow, that was deep. Well, Siavash, thank you so much for taking the time out today to have this conversation. It was insightful and it was edifying. You guys, make sure you guys stay tuned next week for another episode of Niagara in 15.